evening and welcome to Meticulous Moments. My name is Juanita Kapp. You can reach me at meticulousmacarons@gmail.com or find me on LinkedIn. Since the COVID-19 pandemic hit the globe, I've had the wonderful privilege to meet a wide array of fantastic individuals. These individuals have truly touched my life in so many positive ways. Amongst this group of people, there are authors, public speakers, life coaches, poets, leaders, and visionaries. They are the unsung heroes of our time. Therefore, I decided to start the Meticulous Moments movement out of a sense of my gratitude. It is my way of giving back to the community. Let us share and reshare their stories in an effort to build a better society. Good day everyone and welcome to another session of Meticulous Moments, and today we have the wonderful privilege of spending time with the amazing Marianne Padjan. Let me tell you, we had a blast discussing leadership, discussing the fact that she's an author. We discussed energy, so many topics came to the fore. Be sure not to miss this interview. Enjoy it with us. A little bit more about Marianne. Marianne is a realtor, a real estate consultant at eXp Realty. She's the CEO, the Chief Empowerment Officer at Empowered Voice Publishing and Coaching. She's meditation millionaire and works at USANA Health Sciences Incorporated. What a lovely entrepreneur. What a strong leader. What a wonderful interview this was. Good day, Meticulous Moments audience. Thank you so much for joining us for another vibrant session here and a discussion on leadership. And this evening, we have the wonderful privilege of spending time with the amazing and beautiful Marianne Padjan. Hi, Marianne. How are you?
I'm good, honey. How are you? Thank you for having me on this awesome show.
I'm so well, thank you, Marianne. Thank you for making time for us. You and I know each other. You know, we've conversed, we've had meetings before. It's so wonderful to know you. I'm so inspired by what you do. Would you please introduce yourself to the audience?
I'm Marianne Padjan, of course, and I live in just a tiny bit outside of Toronto, Ontario. So I used to live in Toronto, and now I'm about 5 or 10 minutes away from the border of Toronto in a place called Mississauga. And that's where I live and mostly work because I'm glued to my computer. Me and my computer are one. And if I'm not at the computer, then I'm on the road showing properties. So I work here locally as a real estate agent. And as of recently, I actually also work in the Cayman Islands. I have some land there that I'm selling for one of the developers. And I'm also selling in Dominican Republic and Costa Rica. So those are my three outside. I'm speaking with other countries too, but I've chosen these three for now. And I specialize in working with investors because I'm an investor. So I myself have 7 properties and 2 of which are in the Cayman Islands now. The other 5 are here.
Goodness.
Right. I'm also doing a flip, which means you buy a pretty old house and then you turn it into a nice house and then you resell it for more money. So I'm doing one of those with one of my clients. He's a contractor and he's been my client for a while.
That's amazing.
Right. And I work with other people too, of course. I love first-time home buyers because, you know, they're so much fun. They're always looking at, oh my gosh, everything is, oh, this is beautiful. Oh, this is perfect. Whereas investors are like, I don't know about this. I don't know. How many dollars, how many numbers? Like the difference between the two is huge. And I really enjoy the
Good. So you like to work with a combination of those, I'm sure.
I do. And I work a lot with women too, because women actually don't always like going into homes by themselves with another man if they don't really know him that well. Right. So it's just a level of comfort. And I have a lot of single moms There's a lot of emotions wrapped around buying homes because, wherever they've been there's always some sort of story. So you have to show a little bit of empathy and, not a little bit of empathy, a lot, which brings me to the other thing that I do, which is I'm an intuitive empowerment coach. So because I work with women, mostly women, I do work with men as well. It's just mostly women end up coming to me. That's really kind of what it boils down to. So, and that's also a lot of focus on self-love. In fact, self-love, you know what? Let me get because I'm having trouble doing here. So I'll show you guys. I'll show you all my books. Oh dear, that's not really what I was going for. Sorry. I'm trying to get rid of the thing because then it's hard to show. But so Radical Self-Love is one of my books. Self-love is one of my favorite subjects to address with anyone and women in particular. I think always it's a foundation for basically everything, right? It's like a house, right? You're building, you need a foundation that's strong and firm so the house doesn't sink, right?
Yes.
So same with us.
Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. And when I hear you speak and I see the passion with which you speak, and that's what I love about you, Marianne, you're always so vibrant. You're so full of energy. I can understand that you are a successful entrepreneur because people are really drawn to the way that you treat them. I had a discussion earlier with someone today and I said, everything that we do revolves around people, and therefore we need to build relationship. And it's so wonderful to see how you amalgamate your property, business, and expertise with the people, and you take that into coaching. So that's really a skill, absolutely. And you've mentioned your books. Now, I know you have more than one book, of course, because you're an international bestseller. So tell us.
I am. I say in my bio that I'm an international, a 5-time international bestseller, but really I'm about 20 times international bestseller. But I just say 5 because it just sounds more realistic. And I have 5 of my own books. I have a lot of books that I'm in. So one of the really great books I'm in is with Bob Proctor just before he passed. And may he rest in peace. He did so much for us. He's so amazing. So him and Dr. John DeMartini and Douglas Vermeeren, they're all, I'm all with them. They're all from The Secret. So these are 5 books. So I'm in about 16 other books, maybe more, but these are mine. These I own. And even though I have numerous authors in there with me, except for this one. This one is the only one that I wrote by myself, and it's a little wee one that you can take with yourself on a trip. Beautiful. Meditation with Marianne. I'm a big meditator. I've been meditating since I was 16, actually probably more like when I was 15, and I'm 60 now. That's a lot of years to be meditating. So
practice. Yeah.
I thought I'd write a book about it. So this is a real estate book. This is my first book. So this is volume 1, and we're already working on volume 2. And about 2 years ago, I promised myself that I would put out 12 books that are all self-empowerment resets. So they all have the same name, and then they each have a different subtitle. So this one is Healthy Living. So here we have everyone wrote a chapter, and everyone who wrote a chapter submitted an awesome healthy recipe. So there's recipes in this one. And then this one, of course, that's like my favorite subject ever, radical self-love. Like that's the best. Well, the best. They're all the best in different ways. And this was actually my first one in the series, and it's called Self-Empowerment Reset. The perfect time is now. This is for all my procrastinators.
And there's so many of those, I'm sorry to say, but I think COVID made it a little bit worse.
It's true. I think we all do it. It's all good. So I'm going to put my background back to where it was, because it's actually the name of my publishing company. So not only have I written the books, I own a publishing company called Empowered, and it's spelled Empowered like MP, like my initials.
Yeah.
And I actually call everything that now. I have a VOD channel with my podcast, which is a video on demand channel, and it's called Empowered. My podcast is called Meditation Millionaire.
Oh.
And I'm putting together a second podcast on real estate. It's going to be called, just like the book, Real Estate Ins and Outs. So I'm working on that one. That one should be out within a month or so. And
wow.
I also am, oh gosh, I'm talking all over the place now.
I love it. Tell us.
You're going to ask me what's next, and I'm going to tell you right now what's next. So, I haven't even told you what I do yet. Oh, geez. Okay, I'll get to that one later.
Yes.
So, yes. So the Empowered Voice Publishing is the name of my publishing company. I also, like I said, have the podcast, and I am in the process of putting together an automated course, which I've never done before. And, and then I also do retreats. So for many years, I've done retreats local, and we did one international one that was in Hawaii on the Big Island. And since obviously COVID and whatnot, we haven't been able to do anything. So I'm hoping for next year. I really want to go to Bali.
Ooh.
My friend just bought a place in Dominican Republic, so she wants us to go do one there. And who knows where else we're going to end up. So international and otherwise. I think retreats are great because, like the phone rings all the time, right? But when you're somehow in another country, not everyone really calls you that much. And if they do, you don't mind not answering. So that little bit of complete disconnection from your existing universe is the best. The best. It's the best healing you could probably ever ask for. And so I'm also a certified Kundalini yoga teacher. I don't so much teach the yoga so much anymore. It's just a time factor. I did for like 23 years. I teach more the meditation because I will incorporate. But even within the meditation, we end up doing a couple of the moves. That you can do sitting down. So I think it's great. And I love the breath work. I love breath work. I find that very healing, right? And very energizing, actually.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Now I'm thinking two things. You are an adaptable leader. We are in very good leadership hands this evening. And the second thing I was thinking, as you were listing everything, all your talents and everything that you're busy with, I was thinking I should maybe have asked you what is it that you don't do?
Yes.
You do everything. That is just phenomenal. You are an amazing leader, Marianne. Wow.
Thank you so much. I'm actually taking a leadership course right now. I'm not sure if we're going to end up doing, I will end up doing something. I'm just not sure how much. A while back, I've been asked to help do some corporate coaching, let's call it. And we were going to do this in events, and then we couldn't get anything going because of COVID. And so maybe next year we'll get all that sorted out. But I'm taking a leadership course at Harvard because Harvard now University also has something online. So
how wonderful is that? How wonderful is that? Wow.
I love that COVID has brought us the ability to do pretty much anything online. Like you could do yoga online, meditate, like everything is online. I taught meditation the whole time online. I love it. I think it's the greatest thing ever because you can't fly to as many places as you can. You can reach all kinds of different people through video, right? And while it's not ideal, with friends and stuff, because you want to hug people and stuff, but it's good. It's good.
It's good. It's good. I mean, we are in very different parts of the globe, and we are here together in the school,
right?
And it's only because of technology, and we have the most amazing talks. I'll just have to tell the audience that, when Marianne and I start talking, we can talk for hours and hours. That's lovely.
You don't even know. I hope you're watching this because I'm just gonna keep talking. You have to watch the time, not me.
Now, what I love about you, Marianne, is that you bring excitement, you bring energy, but you also have the peacefulness about you. And I mean, look at your beautiful outfit today. You're doing peace, your beautiful hat, your earrings, everything blends in so well. And that goes with the meditation side. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for, being here and being so lovely always. And tell us, how do you, I know you are extremely busy. I mean, you are a go-getter. You make sure your diary is full. How do you facilitate work-life balance? How do you make time just to go into that meditative state, just to recalibrate and, just get that breath work going?
Well, I do a meditation every single day in the morning before I even get up out of bed. I used to do it when I got up, and then I started getting, I don't know, more tired. I don't know.
Okay.
I work crazy hours. I do coaching all over the world. Sometimes I'm up really late doing real estate paperwork and whatnot. And of course, with technology, you many times have to redo things, as we all know. I mean, God bless technology. It's done a lot for us, but
yes.
Sometimes in a Mercury retrograde, it's like a whole other game. Anyway. So, sometimes you're stuck doing that. So I just decided now I'm just going to wake up a bit earlier and I'm going to do it in bed. And that way I do it. That way I have that wake up time for myself. And then I probably will do another one as soon as I get up. And then I will typically do at least one more sometime in the evening.
Very good. Very good.
How it goes, But I will really carve out days. Like, it gets to the point, unfortunately, there's days where I just don't know how to stop, or my schedule just takes a turn for itself and then it just goes a little wild. And then I have to put down the law for myself and say, okay, that's it. You need to get some sleep, or you're going to get sick, and then you're going to not be able to. Because when I start getting tired, more tired, I'm like, okay, it's time to do, 1 or 2 days of sleeping in and, relaxation. I can do a little bit of work. I've got courses, I've got coaching, I've got writing. There's so much to do.
It's so much to do. Yes.
Then you just prioritize what needs to be done right now and what can be done tomorrow. I can always write my chapter, my book later, tomorrow, the next day.
Yes.
Sometimes when a client calls in real estate, it's usually lawyers, clients. It's just everything's last minute. Everything's a panic and everything needs to be done yesterday.
Well, that's the stride of life now after the COVID. We went into total limbo. And then when everything started again, it was just like supercharged, and we just all have to keep running now.
And so I've also started, because I miss reading books. I like reading, and so I miss a little bit of that. So I still try to carve out some time for that, but I've now reverted to Audible.
Wonderful.
Audible is one of my favorite things. I can have it in the car while I'm driving, between Audible and the GPS and the phone ringing. You're always multitasking on some level, that's for sure.
Well, today that is what is required of us. I mean, that is the way life is structured now, and I really think it's a life skill. It's a skill that leaders have to have. If there's one thing that we learned from COVID, is that the people that scaled up, the people that really made a success, were the people that were adaptable. You have to be open to learning, and that's what I find is refreshing about you, because you are always busy with something. Actually, a few things and something new. And you know what you are doing, you know in which direction you are heading. Now, I want to ask you, because I find it very interesting that you are able to juggle all these balls. You have got it down to a T. This is the skill that you're practicing and we are learning from you. But where did this leadership journey start? What was the defining moment that you said, well, Marianne is going to be a leader. I'm going to be an entrepreneur, and you are, a successful one, and I'm going to do this. What was that moment like?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I don't know if I necessarily had a moment, but I'll tell you what kept bugging me is I really hated working for other people. I just
Don't we all?
I have my own opinions, and they're pretty powerful. And when they come to you and they won't leave you alone, it's like, I don't understand. Why won't you do this way? This is so obvious to me. And I think when you start getting bothered like that, it's time to go off on your own, because that continuous criticism of someone else is just nothing. I mean, that's obviously just self-reflection, and it's just criticism of yourself. And it's like, get going already. You know, go do your calling. You know, some people, I have friends that, you know what, they're a phenomenal employees. They're the perfect employee. I'm not. I mean, I am when I was, you know, when I was a kid, and I had a part-time job, and I had a lot of part-time jobs, and I was a little bit entrepreneurial back then too. And I like sales because I don't find sales to be bothersome. I find sales to me is like, wow, you get to sit there and talk to people all day, and look, this is what I have. Would you like one? Or this is what do you have? You know, and so it goes both ways. And if you don't need one now, how about later? Or, you know, I can help you with this. And I get severely involved in people's lives when I do real estate. Like right now, I'm trying to help someone qualify for a mortgage, which really isn't my job. I just get right into it. Like, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're, you know, and I'm going back to the owner. I'm going, look, this is what they have, and they can't do any more, and they'd really like it. And, you know, for the amount of money that we've come up a little bit short, like that's not that much. What do you think?
Yes.
So anyways, it's going to work out.
Negotiate.
Like it's good. And leadership. And then I tried to go back to working for someone on a contract basis. It was okay because she was a friend of mine and I had different expectations. And it was interesting because I do respect people. Like, I think if I'm working for you, I respect the rules and regulations that you've created.
Yeah.
They're not for me, I'm going to have to leave, but they're not, you know, it's not like I'm not interested in trying to dictate to you how you're going to run your business. But if I don't like it, I'm not going to be there. But I did stay there for 8 years and it was good. It was a huge learning curve of a bunch of different things. And then I got to still do real estate on the side, which was good. And then I still work on some clients. I still have some healing toys here. Like I have a Spooky 2 frequency machine. I have a biomat, which heats up, and there's a vibration one. So there's a lot of healing stuff I like. I like energy healing. You know,
good.
Books are healing in itself, right? What else do I do? I think I've pretty much said everything I do. I don't know.
Yeah. That's amazing. I realized, you know what I was thinking, Marianne? You have a very strong personality. And if I have to say, I think all entrepreneurs have very strong personalities, and we are very opinionated, which is a good thing, because I mean, we need the marketplace, we need entrepreneurs, we need business owners, we need people that can really bring innovative thinking into play, find colorful ways to make the world a better place, to make the market vibrant and, you know, efficient for all of us. And it's a very important role that we play in society. And I'm thinking, Marianne, that it's not that you don't want to work for people, it's that you realize you are the main character in your life. And you have these giftings. And, you know, we can't, for strong leaders like you, we can't box you.
No.
We can't box entrepreneurs because we don't fit in that space. We don't fit in that size. It's not a one size fits all in life. We have different abilities. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do well with people boxing me in anything. It doesn't work for me on a personal level either. And believe me, many have tried. I don't know why, but they have. And so, you know, same thing with personal partners. I think I finally found a partner who's equally as busy as I am and focused on his business. And there's a strong enough sense of self-worth on each side that we're both okay. We don't sit there and, you know, oh, where are you now? Who are you with? Like, we don't do any of that. We're just like, oh, hey, you know, when are we hooking up kind of thing? Or I'm going to see you here. And it's rare that a day goes by that I don't either talk to him or text him, but it sometimes happens if I'm super busy and now it's late. He goes to bed a lot earlier than I do. Because my schedule is erratic and crazy.
Yes.
And that's not his fault. That's my fault. But anyways, so I don't do well with that at work either. If you think you're going to box me in, that's
going to happen
for me or you. And so, along with that, I think you're absolutely right. And yes, and I still hate working for other people. No, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I just don't want to do it. That's all.
And that's your prerogative. You have a choice.
I love cooperating with other people, like connecting and doing things in group situations. So I'm going to go now into what's new. So my next new thing that I'm going to be doing now, well, you know what? Even that course, even the automated course is brand new for me because I'm still sorting through that. Technology and I are really good friends. We're trying to be better friends, but So I'm putting together a high-end women's business mastermind. So we're going to meet twice a month. So once every 2 weeks for about an hour and a half. And then we'll finish every segment with meditation. And because that's what I do. And so that's what I want to promote. But we'll have all kinds of different activities. So we'll have like a group coaching session. Then we'll have maybe an outside speaker. Then we'll have another time an inside speaker. Then maybe we'll just have, I don't know, 10, 30 people, speak for 10 minutes. I don't know yet. Like I haven't put the whole thing together. I definitely want variety, because that's who I am. And I want it all to cycle around, not only, but I want the primary focus to be mindset, because I don't care how much mindset is out there. We all stray. We all look, and then, oops, swirl. And off I go. And as entrepreneurs, we need that, right? We need someone to help us with the mindset because we don't have a boss. We're the boss, and we will go like I do sometimes, and then I don't stop.
Yes, Marianne, and you know what? I do the same. I'm like you. I have so much zest for life and vigor and all these ideas that pop up. I mean, I'm busy, but it's not chaos. It's structured. So I have different books that I write in. And I always have papers lying around with ideas, but look at my table, and to someone who doesn't know me, it would look like chaos, but yet I know exactly what's going on at my table. I see your book.
I have journals all over I can't even show you all of them because I don't know where they are. There's some over there. There's one on the couch. There's some in the car. There's a little one in my purse beside my bedroom. Like whenever the idea comes, and if I have nothing around me, then it's my phone. Then I text myself.
Yeah.
Sure.
So to people out there, it's not chaos.
No.
It's ideas. It's busy, but it's structured.
It's organized. Organized chaos, a little bit like my desk. But perfect.
I love it. That's why we get along so well. We are very much alike.
No one's perfect, and you shouldn't strive to be perfect because, I don't know, the perfect time is now. That's why I did this, for all my procrastinators and also my people who think that they need to wait for some level of perfection. You don't. There's no such thing.
No. Yeah.
And who cares? Yeah. Why you need to be perfect? Why does my hair? Oh, no, your hair's out here. Who cares? Let it be. Let it be imperfect, because you know what? It's like when people come over, and I live in a relatively small condo. People think I live in this big house, and I'm like, why would I ever do that by myself? Unless I'm doing retreats in the house. Yeah. That's a different story. But I have stuff on my counters, and I said, my place is not like a model home. You walk into some people's houses and everything is in such perfect place that it looks like a model home for a real estate thing. And I'm just like, no, I live here. This is where I live. I do my living here. So
Yes, that's how we innovate. It can't be perfectly aligned the whole time. So basically what we are saying is just love us the way we are.
Exactly. And you should love us a lot because we're so freaking awesome.
Amen, sister. High five. I 10.
Right?
You mentioned energy healing. Tell us more about that. That is something that really interests me. Energy healing. How does that work?
So I'm also a Reiki master. I've been a Reiki master for many, many years. Maybe it's probably over 40, but I always say over 30, 35, but I know it's over 40. It's so long ago. I don't even remember. And I've been teaching it for years and years. I used to own a spa. Own a spa and a yoga studio. And then, so the spa was Angelic Light Healing Studio. The yoga studio was called Yoga Mist. And then the store that I had, and this was all like the yoga studio and the spa were next door to each other. And then the store was down the street in the same street. Yeah. And it was called Angels Gather Here. And
lovely.
The store also had room for yoga studios. So I had 2 yoga studios, really.
Wow.
We had belly dancing and everything. It was so much fun. Reflexology rooms, meditation, massage rooms, everything. It was so much fun. So I like healing. Healing is I think, to me, I don't know how we should all be mandated to do some sort of healing on ourselves, like from physical healing, from at least some movement. Okay. I'm not going to call it exercise because that scares the pants off of people. And I'm not a big exerciser. I used to, when I was younger, I used to teach spinning. I used to teach aerobics. I used to teach yoga. I would have like 14, 15 classes a week. Like, it was crazy. But you've got to have some movement. I think it's important to do some nutritional cleansing, like there's cleansing and stuff. And then there's energetic cleansing. So you've got to clean up the negative energy and also the mental cleansing, right? So we've got to get rid of those cobwebs outside of our brain, inside of our thought pattern that are causing us to come down and to be less than what we're supposed to be and what we should be and what we are. And so we all deserve amazing things and we're all worthy, but we don't understand that we are. And so that's why my whole self-love, self-worth concept is that's what my course is about. I don't know if I'll ever teach anything else because I think everything boils right down to that anyways. There's different ways of presenting it, perhaps for different groups. I've done a lot of teaching at schools. I've even taught yoga to little kids, like kindergarten, grade 1. Oh my gosh, they were amazing.
Oh, cute.
And we had quite a few kids with ADD, ADHD, and even mild autism in this school. And the teachers came in. And so we did yoga, and then I had them all doing like a lying down meditation. And the teachers walked in and they were like, I don't understand. How did you get them to lie down and be still? Like, when I say still, they all had their eyes closed. They were lying down on the floor, on the mats.
Wow.
And the teachers are like, I don't understand what's happening here. Did you give them something? I just had them do breathing, and I had them do it properly, and I had them do some movement. Yeah. Where there was some more breathing involved, and this is what happened. This is the result, and it was amazing.
Amazing. I think back over the years, 10 years ago, it was odd to talk about, I'm talking ministry circles. Mm-hmm. If you said the word energy, you were labeled as this new age, I don't know, someone that has completely gone off their rocker. If you said universe, it would be such a bad thing. But I always tell people, and I've said it for years, and I wasn't very popular because of this. Energy, universe, God created all of it. Science is not the opposite of religion. God gave us science so that we can heal people, so that we can do good things in the world, so that we can accelerate and scale up, So energy is just amazing. We need it. And I love reflexology as well. And that was also a foreign concept. Oh, what is that?
So this is an AO scanner, and
Oh.
you actually speak into it, and it captures your voice, and then
Yeah.
it spits out this incredibly long. Hang on, I wonder if I can show it to you, because I'd have to
Wow.
get into it. Hang on, let me just see if I can get back into it. So it comes out like that, and
Yeah.
then you click on it. I just want you to see what it looks like, because it gives you,
Please.
it tells you a lot of physical and mental and some emotional with some energy. So anyways, it spits out some sound therapies for you. So I just want you to hear this. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4 sound therapies.
Yeah.
And I get to email this to my client. Oops, hang on. Sorry. This is, okay. Look at this.
Wow.
It spits out an entire thing. It looks like a phone. It looks like a really thick phone.
It's
And
amazing.
it just spits out all the stuff. Like I use it almost, not quite, but almost every single day. And I can
That's
do it
phenomenal.
during
Yes.
COVID. During COVID, it was one of the few things that I could actually use, because you can use it on video, right? You can use it on the phone, because all you need is the person's voice, right?
Fantastic. Fantastic. So it's an AO scanner.
AO stands for Alpha and Omega Scanner.
Oh.
Yeah. AO scan. Yeah.
I love that. And you know, technology, science, it's our friend. It's there to assist us. We shouldn't. I always tell people when they start getting icky about it, I always say, don't fear what you don't understand. Make yourself knowledgeable about the things that you don't know about yet, because not everything is bad or evil, or we should see the world for what it is. Now, you mentioned reflexology as well. I love reflexology. Would you tell the audience, a little bit about that?
I don't do reflexology anymore, because I just don't have the time for everything.
Yeah.
But I did it for years. So reflexology is, well, you could do it on your hands. You could actually, you know what? There's so many reflexology points. I do still do a little bit of tapping, which is really good. So that's kind of like a reflexology on the meridian points, but you have them on your face, you have it on your tongue with your teeth, you have it on your back, your front, like it's literally everywhere. But the two most common places are your hands, and then the most common place is your feet. And I think the reason they do it on the feet is because it feels so good.
It does.
It feels good everywhere. But it really feels really good on your feet, because you get to lie down, the person, and that's kind of when the person is the most relaxed. And then you get to go in there, and it's all the points of the body are in the feet. And so as you're massaging the feet themselves on their own are just awesome and having a great time. And not to mention that you're working on the entire body to help all the organs function properly. And let's face it, when I turned 50, things were still kind of okay. But after 55, let's say, I could feel some stuff not working the same way. And I'm like, okay, this is going to take a little extra. Like even my allergies, which is why I'm coughing so much. And it's not cough, I don't have so much phlegm as it's just I have such huge allergies. So we have fall here in Canada right now. And for some reason, this year seems to be worse than others. I don't know what the pollution is. I don't know if it's because during COVID, we weren't going out as much, and now everyone's traveling extra more, and there's more gas stuff there. But anyway, I like going to the park a lot, but it's tough sometimes being in the park because my allergies are pretty intense, even though I try to do a cleanse before fall or before spring, because allergies are also about toxins, and obviously the older you get, the more toxins you have, and so on and so forth. And I'm a foodie. I love food. I am not a skinny person. I'm not blessed with that crazy fast metabolism. Maybe in my next life I will be, but right now I'm not. So you got to be a little careful. So you do what you can, right? So something like reflexology helps. It helps the whole body balance, and it helps the whole body function better, right?
Yes. So can reflexology do a lymph cleanse as well? Because I've heard that people have been talking a lot about cleaning their lymph. Apparently you have many across your body.
Yes, I do. We have lots of everything on our body, meridians, points, this, that, lymphs, everything. So yes, actually what's really good for your lymphs is if you jump up and down on a trampoline, right?
Oh, wow.
That's really one of the easiest ways. I actually have one of my mats. So I have a very thick mat. It's a biomat. So inside there's crystals, amethyst crystals and tourmaline crystals. And then there's a vibration that is a sound therapy, as well as there's a vibration. And so what it creates is an automatic, very, very light lymphatic drainage.
Fantastic. All of those to take the toxins out of our bodies, make us healthy so we can be happy and more productive.
It's true, and it raises your vibration, you know. And there's things like, look at, these are some of my. I mean, I do own some other perfumes. There's one that my boyfriend likes, so I do keep that perfume around just for him. And I'm a big Coco Chanel Mademoiselle lover, so I have that, just that, you know, that one, and then this one for him. But this is like one of my favorite oils. And I don't think I have anything else. Where's my, it's not right here. I have, I use frankincense a lot. So this is lotus oil. This is moringa oil, and it's from the blue lotus. So it's very, very high vibrational. And so when you eat better, and when you use something that's more natural, obviously your vibration is going to go up. And I know that is the new trend, talking about vibration, and some people don't even know what I get it. But if you think about the universe, everything vibrates. This vibrates. You know, if this cup says something nice, which it does, be still and I don't know, something, and stay calm or something like that. I can't. I've already been washed numerous times. So maybe here. Be still and know. Oh, be still and know. Oh, there's a lot of trust in yourself. But like, this will be good, and it's a good vibration. Now, if this cup said, not that I would ever own a cup that would say, you know, kill me or kill something, that would be a good thing, right? There's not a good. There's even what is his name? Imoto. Yes, I can't remember his name, but he does the study of water and water crystals and the vibration. Oh my gosh, Isui Imoto? No, you know what? I don't even want to try to guess. I can't remember his name, but so good. The difference. They've done studies with pictures and videos. They put, let's say, heavy metal, and not, you know, if you like heavy metal, it's all good. I'm not trying to say anything negative about it. And they put heavy metal beside the water. Then they took pictures under my microscope of the crystals, the water crystals, and they were all demented. And then they put like classical music. And they were all these beautiful little snowflake looking things that were stunning. And so there's a difference. That was the obvious difference of what has an effect on you. Everything has an effect on you. If you say, oh, I'm so stupid, that's one. If you say, oh my gosh, I'm so beautiful. And if you say, oh my gosh, I'm so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I'm so beautiful. Oh, I'm so beautiful. Oh, I'm so beautiful. You know, and you go through the day, your body, your cells will respond to that. And if you tell them negative things, if you tell your body negative things all the time, something negative is going to create itself, right? And so I'm not saying just go around saying positive things and that's it, you're all healed. Not necessarily, right? Because we all have negative thoughts and whatever. I mean, you're human, you can't help some stuff, but you can intentionally try to put yourself on the proper path, right? You can do that. Everyone
I love that. I absolutely love that. And when you were speaking about the heavy metal and you were speaking about the classical music, I thought to myself, and the water crystals for me, we are mostly made up of water.
That's right.
So that music goes into us.
That's right. And so when you're when you're hearing words, and when you're hearing, and when you're seeing, and when it's there and there's a vibration, or you're dancing and there's movement, all of that has an effect on us, right? All of it has an effect on us. All of it has a beautiful effect on us, right? If you think about, wouldn't it be wonderful if right after surgery, the doctors would all say, hey, you have a great chance of healing properly. Just keep doing this. You're doing great every day, instead of, okay, just so you know, now that you've had this done, these are the 20,000 things that could go wrong. Okay, thanks for that.
You just put it out there in the universe, doctor. Shush.
Exactly. And everything matters. So the conversations that you have matter. If you're constantly arguing with someone, that's why I now at this age, and it took me a while, but I'm at the point where if you're not going to be nice to me on some level, you don't need to be, I don't know, whatever. But if we can't seem to find a way to work together, I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to try as hard as I used to one day, because I used to want to fix everyone and save everyone. And, same thing in love life. I wanted to save the guys. Here, let me help you because I know how. No. Not anymore, because all of that has a huge effect on you. So stress has the biggest effect on you. That's the biggest negative thing. You could eat chips and ice cream and cake, donuts. Oh my, that's a lot of bad. But you could eat all of that every single day, and you wouldn't be doing as much damage to your body as if you thought negative things every single day, and it was like stress every single day, and you were miserable at work, and you hated your conversations at home, or whoever, with whoever it is you live, kids, or kids are kids. You got to understand what kids are. But if you don't feel loved, if you don't feel heard, if you don't, if it's constantly an argument, it's constantly a struggle. And it's like, I've had plenty of my clients would say, is that all there is to it? Like, is that all I'm going to do is just go to work every day and pay my bills? That's it. There's nothing extra for me. People say that all the time. And it's like, no, there's lots of extra out there. You just have to, but sometimes you got to let go of this so that you can have that.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
And it's in the letting go that we have the strength, and our strength comes through. But letting go is tough for human beings, right? Like that's a hard thing, like we're here on earth, we're born, we have this with it, and then people die. Like your closest people to you die, your parents die. If it's the way life is supposed to be, they die before you. So I can't even imagine. I don't have children, first of all, but I can't even imagine what parents who have lost children. I don't think there's anything else in the world that's worse than that. I think if you've survived that, you can pretty much make it through anything.
True. It's not natural. Everything
else is whatever, like I'm going to tell you, when I was when I got divorced, I had had to file for bankruptcy because everything was in my name. And so that was a devastating time for me. I will never forget that day when I went to the office of the trustee where we do it here in Canada, and he whipped out a huge stack of papers. I was literally there for 2.5 hours signing. He put down a box of Kleenex beside me because I was crying so much. It was like, I couldn't control the tears. It was pouring out of me for those 2.5 hours. And it was a beautiful sunny day outside. I distinctly remember. And I finished signing everything. And I walked outside. And somehow I stopped. It was like the instant I finished signing everything, I stopped. I walked outside. It was a gorgeous, actually, sunny day. And I was like, okay, you know what? That's done. It is what it is. It sucks. I'm not going to lie. It was not a fun thing to do. But now it's done. So now we move forward. And so now let's get through the next year, because there's some things to do within the first 9 months. And then after that, it's like, okay, it is what it is. Figure it out. Figure out how to work through this, and let's get to work and let's go. Because what are you going to do? and
Exactly.
it's terrible. It's a horrible moment, same kind of thing. I think I reacted harder when my mom passed away, than again when my dad passed away. I don't have siblings. I don't know what that's like. And and shortly after that, I had to close down my business. So I had a divorce, a bankruptcy, and a business closure all at once. And then not too far after that, my mom died. And then shortly after that, my dad passed away. And it was like, oh my goodness. Short of having kids and having a child pass away, like this is like, I don't even know what to do here. Like, this is it. I got everything all at once. And then you just, sometimes the harder you fall, the harder you bounce back.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. Wow.
The higher you bounce back, right? Yeah. So I never thought in a billion years. Do you know what my old boss used to tell me? She said, "You're not a very good writer." She says to me, and she is actually a pretty good writer. And she also is a book lover. And she's, yeah, you're not really that good of a writer. And I don't know, like this isn't, you need to get better at this. And I guess maybe I wasn't any good at business writing, but I'm the one with the books. I'm the bestseller, and I'm the one with the publishing company now.
Wow. Well done. You see, well done. And you know what I was thinking? You went through a series of traumatic events and they were close to each other. And you just had this attitude, well, this is not going to get you down. And I think that is such an inspiration because a lot of people, we stand at that crossroads. When everything goes wrong, you have a choice. You can either choose to lie down and let it beat you, or you can say, well, I'm going to make the best of it and I am going to be victorious. I am going to make this. I am going to show the world I can do it. And that's the route that you chose. And, often I've had very big trials and tribulations, and I've had very big disappointments. It's life. People have disappointed me, and I can't help it, Marianne. I'll be maybe down and out for 3 days and feel a little bit depressed. But on day 3, it's just something in me. I'm back on my routine, and there I go. And I'm like, well, that happened.
That happened, and now I know I can live through that, and now I can survive that. Like, there's so many other things that happen to people on a daily basis. I've also had the pleasure of spending some time in a bomb shelter in a country. I'm Croatian background, and I was living back there, and I was actually living there for a while. And there was a war in Croatia, and I lived in a condo, and so I was coming down. I lived on the 10th floor, so when the sirens went, you couldn't use the elevator, so I had to go all the way down the stairs, which was really good for me back then. It keeps you in shape, although I was significantly younger anyway. But we would have to walk from the building to the bomb shelter in the dark. Now, we would all have like flashlights because you can't really walk in the complete darkness because you can't see where you're going. So you need to flash it a short time. But we were also being shot at by the sniperists. And so one night we're walking by, and I'm walking, and I could just feel a bullet skim my knee. In fact, there was a little bit of a thing on the material of my pants left, and it was just went. And I'm like, oh, wow, that could have been really nasty. I mean, it wouldn't have killed me, but who knows, right? It would have hurt me, and I would have fallen. I mean, who knows? I could have, but it was just like, whoa, okay, yeah, no, that wasn't fun at all. And then I spent a really long night. That was a really intense night from what I recall. It was an all-nighter in the bomb shelter. And when we came out, I distinctly remember looking around the buildings like this going, oh my goodness, there were so many shots in the concrete.
Yeah.
And I was like, aha, okay. And my mom and dad were calling me, and they're like, because they were here and I was in Croatia, and they're like, what are you waiting for? Can you please come home? And I'm like, not yet. And then after that night, I was like, maybe. And then my husband was off, and he had to they all got called in, right, to the army. So he was somewhere else, and then he came home one day, and he goes, why don't you just go? He goes, that way I don't have to worry about you, and I can go do my business. And
Yeah.
You know, like you couldn't work. Nobody could really work. There wasn't really anything happening. I mean, you're just busy trying to stay alive, and snipers were shooting, and I'd have to run to the grocery store because you can't really do it anyway. It was too close for me to drive to, but you couldn't walk because snipers were out all the time. So if you run, they'd have to be a really good shot. But most of these people were just like your neighbors, right? They're your neighbors, and now they have guns, and now they're shooting at you. So it's a little bit, you know, in the grand scheme of life, it's horrible. But, you know, you survive that, and then it's like, whoa, anything is better than that.
And you live to tell the story. You live to tell the story, and you're making
tell the story, and my knees are all good.
That's wonderful, wonderful. I love that. I love that. Oh, Marianne, it's always such a pleasure to spend time with you. I mean, you are so energetic. You energize us. I know the audience is also uplifted and energized. And I want to ask you one more question. And I know, I mean, you are a woman of wisdom. You're a leading lady. You're a wonderful entrepreneur. I really look up to you. Tell me, do you have any words of wisdom for the audience?
I have some final words for people always. One of my favorite things, well, other than love yourself and, you know, make sure that you understand that you are worthy and that you deserve, please do not wait. If you have an idea, if you want to do something, you know, if it doesn't work right away, it will work later. Some other, you know, version of it will work later, but do not wait. Just do it. Thank you, Nike, for the logo, for the slogan. Just go out and do it. Don't be so afraid. You know, life is going to pass you by before you know it. And then it's going to be, oh, I wish I had done that. I wish I had done that. No one's going to sit there and go, oh, I wish I had more money that I can't take with me. No, but, you know, and don't wait. And don't wait. Oh my gosh, this is like the worst thing. Do not wait for that perfect time. There is no perfect time. There's no perfect moment. There's no perfect, just do it. Just make that first step, and then you'll easily step into the second, and then the third, and so on and so forth. And you will move forward, and it will be worth it. And you will learn, if nothing else. You know, things don't always work out. Bankruptcies are not an indication of things working out. They're an indication of, hey, things just didn't work out. So that's fine. Let's just learn from it, and then let's move on. Let's not stay there forever. And plus, the average millionaire goes and files for bankruptcy at least 6 or 7 times, if I'm not mistaken, which is probably now billionaire, not millionaire, but so all good. But yeah, don't wait. People wait all the time. Oh, I'm going to wait for the right time. For what right time? Do it now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now is the right time.
I love that. And I agree with you completely. I absolutely agree with you. And we just want to thank you. Now, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making time, for sharing your wisdom, your knowledge, your energy, your vibrant spirit. You are such a spirited person. Thank you for the wonderful community upliftment that you bring, for the lives that you impact. You know, I'm so blessed to know you. And from the Meticulous Moments audience, also thank you for this time. It was just a lovely, lovely, energizing time with you.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me on your show. It's beautiful. And I can't wait till one day I come over to South Africa. I think that would be amazing. I love it. I love the vibe there. It's great. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for joining, and namaste. Love yourself.
Thank you, Marianne. Yes, love yourself. Let's listen to Marianne. Self-love is key. And don't wait. Go over and do those things that you want to do. Make those plans. Go over to action, she also said. And to the audience, thank you for joining us for this wonderful session. We are going to be adding Marianne's contact details at the end of the session. Follow her on social media. Network with her as we cheer her on this wonderful life journey of transformation. And with that, we say goodbye until the next session.